which is infusion light energy gain technology screens, but the product we're advertising is called our ILEG Vision Tech TV projection screens. I don't know why I get that mixed up. Vision Tech TV projection screens. I don't know, I get that all mixed up all the time. But anyway, I don't get it. Anyway, so that's what it's called. Anyway, so it's a form of technology we're working on under the AdTech, which has multiple versions of itself. We've been showing little pieces of it here and there. So I did get the projector set up for portrait, which I had to build me a special stand for that. Just got finished working on that, and the dimensional screen for the Pac-Man, which I can't wait to try that one out. But anyway, so this new technology we have basically gives back to the customer. It gives the customer a very affordable screen that he or she does not have to worry about paying for high and expensive projectors, paying for contrast, dark environments, all the other nonsense that comes with usually projector setups, and it's something you don't have to go through. On top of that, like I said, extremely affordable. We're using our QME2 Pico projector, 720p at 300 lumens, and then the one being displayed over here is my Maxonic projector that is around 50 lumens, 350 lumens. So the Flex is a portable projection screen. These are not the portable versions of it. This is a test. I'm actually testing the product on and looking at what size we would have to do wraparound screens for the desk, which is another project we're working on. But that's why the screen is so large. Usually we just have that as all we would need to do the demonstration, but I'm testing out something on how big would the screen be if we're doing a wraparound screen and a desk display for customers. But anyway, so basically these portable screens are something you can hook up for your PC, modifications, console, or you're using for an outdoor screen, or a screen you can have that you can game off right off the side of your PC. Beautiful thing about it, these can operate in fully lit commercial environments. You don't need high powered or high-end projectors to get them to run. And again, no calibrating, none of that dark environment nonsense, none of that to begin with. You can operate with no problem whatsoever. Let's show you portrait. Be trigger. There we go. Boom. So that's our portrait setup right there. I like the QME projectors because QME projectors, number one, they're nice and square. It makes it easy for the setup for the portrait mode. Here's how my projector is sitting. If I can get my stand around my chair, just fighting my chair. So that's how the projector is sitting, and the vents that keep the projector nice and cool are sitting on the top. It does have a vent at the bottom, but again, if it's sitting down anyway at the bottom, it has these little tiny legs that allow air to push through it, no problem. But the main vent is on the top of it, and that allows me to give me the portrait mode. On top of that, what I like about the QME projector over the other projectors is that the QME projector basically has all the settings you would have inside of a larger projector, where sometimes some of these smaller projectors won't have something which you would call rear projection, which means if you put the projection screen on the opposite side for transparent screens, you would still receive the mirror effect, mirror mode effect, which is everything in reverse and backwards, where these projectors have that option to me to change that. So they have all the different bells and whistles that you would have in your normal menu for your normal projector, even though it's Pico. So that's why I like these. And the fact that we can put these in portrait mode. So my setup is already set up for portrait. Where is my, no, I want the what you want to call it. There we go. Mine's already set up for portrait because I had it over here. So let me go in and go over here. We have mics on which side? Mics on this side. If it memorizes it. Vertical. Screensaver. We're going to have to basically talk it in. Share with Bob and stand there. Let me see. Vertical screensavers. Oh, a bunch of these on here. These one right here. It's already in, so that's good. It'll repeat. Freaking love this technology. So now I can have both my vertical setup and my landscape at the same time. This is what I'm planning to do once I put the screen in. The screen is not even that tall. I'm just getting an idea that we do a wraparound. How much of that you're going to be able to see from here to here. If we're doing a wraparound like this, we definitely advise the ultra short though LGs, which actually work better for that application. Get you a much larger image than the ones we have way back here. But the one I'm getting, it's not even that tall, which now I see where it is going to have to be a little bit higher due to the fact if we do this in portrait, we're definitely going to have a little height on it for the portrait setting. So I can see that right now. That's why it's glad to have this larger piece here to give me an idea on how high the screen is. We'll have to measure it and find out and then go and get one made. So screen's going to go from here to here. It's going to allow me to run 3 QME projectors, which I'm going to be running off of it. And I'm going to do 2 720p's and 1 1080p because I need there's 3 of them. There is the QME2, no, it's actually 4 of them. It's the QME2, QME3, QME4, and QME5. So there's actually a couple. I might just get all of them. I can play around and see which one does on the screen. But we particularly like those projectors. They were fantastic. Now, as in for the knockoff projectors for our portable setups, we don't support them because again it still has the same problem where it reads, where it's going to even read even worse because mind you, even with them at high powered, so-called high powered specs, they still fail. I couldn't imagine what a portable one does. Oh, check that out. We got a loop on that. We do got a loop on that one. Let's get our lights. No point in doing this if we're in the dark, right? We're not technically in the dark, but screens are designed to take in a lot more light than that. So we should be able to operate here at full lighting. Cat's over there doing dumb stuff. As you already know what he's doing. He does it every time the camera comes on. Guess what, buddy? You're not even in the shot. Yeah. He just gave me the worst look ever. Like, okay, whatever. And it stopped. Went back to normal self. Yeah, weirdo. You're not being in the shot anymore. That's your attitude. So now it's easy to do portrait. People ask me about portrait and trying to do a portrait setup. Because someone said, well, you don't have portrait setups for that. Yeah, we do have portrait. I've done portrait before. I've done portrait on a 50 lumen projector in the garage. That's how I knew it then that they had to manipulate the projectors to do that. So these actually work better than those. Because this one gives you multiple options on what I can control with it. Keystone, the whole 9 yards, everything. So we can do a portrait setup. And that projector right there costs you 40 to 50 bucks. That's it. Oh, that let me go through. Oh, cool. I can't wait to get my setup. I got how I'm going to hide all my wires and everything so you can't see nothing on the table. Just my screen, panel out the desk. Definitely going to be changing the LED lights. These strips are definitely coming off. And I'm going to put new lights. I want the chaser systems in. So I'm taking these off. I'm putting these at the very top edge of my screen, the blue. I might change them to yellow. And have the pink here and then have the blue here. And I'm going to definitely do the LED chasers around the screen. It's going to actually come up on the table, chase through the table, come to the PCs, and trace them to the screen. I just want to give you an idea what this technology is going to look like. The white levels are incredible in this technology. This is the same technology we're showing you over there. It turns gray screens unwatchable. See? Every time I turn the camera on, always something new. That's why I always try to do something different. Every time I turn that camera on, try to do something different. That way you can see something different. That's why when we come in here, we don't just show you the same wall over and over again. We're swapping out projectors. One minute we're on 25, next minute we're at 50 lumens, one minute we're at 300 lumens. We constantly swap out. When you got people use crutch projectors, they use the same projector for years on the same environment. The environment never changes. You ever notice that? Environment never changes. We walk off and we go into other environments and basically show up for technology. They're in the same wall, same screen, same projector for years. Environment doesn't change. Same dark environment every single time. I think next month we're taking this one on site. We got to get on site. I'm going to take this one. I'm going to take this one, the Pico, and that one. We're taking the tile on site. And then after that, later on, I'm going to take a tile surface of the whatchamacallit, of the black screen. The reason why we want to do the tiles is because I want to overshadow. I want to show the projector at 16 feet back, because that's what my other projector does. It's a narrow zoom lens projector. And I have to be 18 feet back in order to be able to hit a screen with that thing. We don't want it to hit the full screen, we need it to overlap. So that way, when you watch that projector hits it, nothing in the environment picks up, only that screen. That's how we're doing our demonstrations. And they're all commercial environments. So all we need is that sample, that's it, and one of these, and the quantum, and we need this one right here, which is a tile system. And maybe, yeah, we definitely need an invisible. Definitely need an invisible. I have one of those. Try to get the invisible. And we're going to use a Cumi, 50 lumens, and that one over there. Because some people, what they'll do is they'll show light. They'll hit the screen, and that's nice and all, but it really doesn't give a comparison on how powerful the technology is when you basically just hit that one part, showing you anywhere that projector hits. As long as it hits that part, it pulls up. That's how we're going to do our splatter screens. It's going to be designed for it to actually overexpand the image. You're going to see only the part that picks up by the projector, and the white levels can't read. So we're going to do one half in gray and one half in white on our splatters. As I said before, I don't know how let me see how someone's going to try to get that to operate in gray or white. I don't know. It won't read it. Gotta read that 100% star field. Gotta pick up that black level. That's the plan to avoid it. I don't know how you're going to avoid it. That'd be virtually impossible. If you avoid it, whoever's buying it, they're not going to avoid it. They're going to do it. They're going to say, I wonder if I turn the lights on with this. I wonder how well the image will pull up. I'll do it. I'm going to take it outside. Because you don't have a time specific, what time of the day that the screen can activate. And since you don't have it there, that means the customer is going to go in and try to activate it at 12 o'clock. And if your screen doesn't pick up, they're going to file a complaint against you. You say, well, I'm outside at 12 o'clock and the screen's not working. You said it was outdoor. You say, well, it can't pick up at that time. It's too early in the morning, but you never specified. There you go. That's why you have to do the test. You can't just make stuff up. Start making stuff up. When you land in these situations, making things up. Everything we got here is all being tested. I got to test these low projectors at 50 lumens, which we started off first. Not getting the 300 lumen projector or 500 lumen. We started off with 50. We get 50 to run, we get anything to run. Blessed to be in a commercial environment, which allows us to be able to test our product in extreme lighting lit environments so the screens operate. We're not cutting the corners, not dimming any of the lighting or none of that. I'm putting a lamp on my table going, oh yeah, we're in a well-lit environment, because that won't work. What if the customer ends up in an environment like this? Then what? Yeah, back it up. I have to use this stuff, you know? You just have to work. Keep me on camera lying to myself, and I can't even get to work in my environment. Now we do portrait with this stand system that I designed. We know how high the screen has to be up in order for it to land. Now we got these other screens coming out. We really can't tell you about those yet. They're interesting shaped screens. They're not your normal projection screens. They're designed different. They're going to be used for advertising and hologram capabilities. And visual effects, of course, always visual effects and mapping and all that stuff. But they're designed to do some pretty cool stuff. Make a different form of coating for that one. I love that. Like I had mentioned right there, I just cut in like this, like a little pocket in my screen. Excuse me. Portrait mode. Oh, more mouse. Try to do something different every time I come on here. The white levels, yeah, this technology's flawless. I can pick up white levels extremely easy. Mind you, gray screen. This is the screen that obsoletes you. That's that technology. The one we had over there, the one that turns the screen unwatchable. That's what that does. At 300 lumens. Say any color gray screen, whether it be dark, light, or whatever, it doesn't stand. Even gunmetal doesn't stand a chance against one of these. Already been in the forum sites already. Already showed it off multiple times. We got it all over Facebook. It's everywhere. Oh, let's grab this.
What makes Michael's customer different is when we have a customer at the counter, it's one of.
Somebody had a post in there talking about why gray screens are better. Not anymore. That's gone. When I had a topic conversation with them, they were stating that gray screens produce higher white levels than black screens. Well, it's a mistake they made at the end of the day. Showed them the quantum blending into the screen. Turn around and show them that technology altering and changing the screen where it doesn't even function. Same demonstration I did there, I did it right over there. They even kicked me out of the room. Some people can't accept fate. But I did ask where they were selling their products at, and no one would tell me. Let's just let them know it's coming. And also let them know it was 15% done. Next, I'll be picking up Vitastorm. I'm picking up their sample sheets. Bring them over here. Put them against the technology, elite screens, their technology over here. I'm going to see if that just does the gray. That's why I did the demonstration where we did the projector at 50 lumens right on top of the screen. Why did we do that demonstration? Well, to show you that gray screens and white screens won't pick up on that projector. But also too, I do this stuff because of the naysayers. It cuts your, whatever you're going to say, clean off. You have nothing to say. It shuts you down. Because what if you just say and come in and say, well, you know, your projector here in this setup is sitting right on top of the screen. I can say, well, I've had that product, your product, gray and white, right on top of the screen at 50 lumens, and you couldn't read. So it doesn't make a difference where I position my projector. You can't read it. There you go. So that cuts that all off in the door. We don't give them anywhere to speak or talk or whatever. We cut it right from the door. Doesn't make a difference. I can take a 5,000 lumen. I can take a 4,000, 300. I can take 50 lumens and I can shove it against that screen and you can't read it. And we being a black screen, if we can read a white level at 50 lumens in a hostile environment and you can't even pick up on it, you can't read your contrast levels, your colors don't register, and we can bleed you out in the dark with a cell phone flashlight, that says a lot. Which I plan to do that demonstration everywhere. Oh, you gotta do that today. Gotta do a short demonstration, do a bleed out on the screen, and post that. Remind you, that stuff doesn't get posted to YouTube, it gets posted everywhere. And where our search engine optimizer is set up on our accounts, the minute we make a video, it posts it all over Google. It's everywhere. So, you need to think for a hot second that anything we demonstrate is just stuff to YouTube. It's not. It goes everywhere. I basically advanced my search engine optimizer and went in and submitted my domain name to multiple search engines. So the minute we post anything here, it launches everywhere. And when we flood Facebook, the same thing we flood here, our videos are everywhere. The important thing is to educate the masses on what they should be looking for. Which means gravy train derailed. And once we kick that 100% on this technology, then we're going to start challenging gray screens. All of you, whether you're certified, whether you're screen paint, doesn't really make a difference. We're going to challenge your screen to go against that screen at 100% complete. You know the damage it's going to cause you, right? Anyone who feels a need, if you think that the demonstrations there are fake, then this is what you do. Tell us where we buy. If you feel the demonstration we did on your product is incomplete, let's go to court. Give up the address. Or you back it up or you pack it up. What's this? Any company is going to tell you the same thing. Any company you deal with, any company you go in competition with, is going to tell you from the door, where do we buy? That's exactly what they're going to tell you. When you're talking about trash about Nike, and you said you got to a hot-end sneaker, okay, what you got? Oh yeah, okay. Look at our status and our numbers and what we sell compared to what you sell at the end of that. We're going to do a survey. What do people prefer? Look at that technology, how it's reading white light. It can shift from gray to white to multiple shades all at the exact same time. The beautiful thing about this technology is that when you have these larger, more expansive screens, that this gives the person to be able to operate multiple screens at the same time. I can map here, I can watch Netflix over here, I can surf on my PC over here, I can game over here. Now for those who don't want anything on the desk, this technology is rear projection technology, which is another stage for engineering. That means you can have the projectors behind it. My buddy's going to set this up on a rack system where he's going to have all his projectors positioned and he's going to have a screen there. That's how he's going to set his up. I think I'm going to do 2 of them in the rear back there to show those off too. Let me see, we're going to go from there. Yeah. Now, once we get the Connect system installed in, then I'll be able to interact with my desk. I'll be able to drag and drop whatever I want, run it right to the screen. Because that's the whole purpose. To basically scan the desk so we can actually take objects and pass them from here to the screen. I'm on Iron Man the desk, so to speak. Let me see. Oh, what is this? Is this looped? I like this. That's a cool display just to have on the desk, just for having it on the desk. Now you can see, easy vertical setup. Let me show you how to do this at 40 bucks. That's my stand I made. So if I want to make it this way, I just put it this way and I can watch a landscape. If I put it up here, I can watch it vertical. Easy setup. Made the stand for free. Oh wait, we got the gaming up here on this thing too. Does it in vertical too? It's in vertical gaming. Off of this. Definitely it's in vertical gaming. Let me see something for a minute. Take another picture here off the shirt though. Setups. Let's see. What do we got going on here? Oh, try to fish tank. Music. I'll put my fish here. Fireplace here. I had to watch my fireplace.
Most sacred thing in life is that you have. It's the freedom to choose.
There we go. So that's on our other technology. That's the technology that gray screens can't stand. They can't stand our freaking quantum technology. Bring your gray screen, see what that thing does to you. I'll bleed your screen out in the dark. With a flashlight, with a cell phone flashlight, I will bleed your screen white. And that screen's upgradable. There's another version of it. There's a sprayer version. It's highly concentrated. It's designed to convert an inflatable screen into a black OLED like no time at all. It's embedded the code into floors to turn it for projector mapping applications and visual effects, like you saw the sharp pop into the floor. And it's designed also to convert ceilings into infinity ceilings that change at will. On projectors that cost the consumer next to nothing to operate on a high performance level. And as for the gray screen next to this, it'll blend into your white levels, make your color levels disappear, and you can't even come close to this black's capability. Even worse, like I said, cell phone. I can wash your screen out in the dark. That's why they're scared of it. Anytime you see them boasting about a product, that's the one they fear the most. You should fear it. You definitely should fear it. When you're a company at the end of the day, especially if you're talking nonsense about us, you should fear it. If the products did work, why do we have cancellations? If the products work, why do you have cancellations? Why? There you go. No, it's so far behind. You're only so far behind in black technology. That's why we gave them permission to make the stuff. We're not giving permission to make our product. Oh my, it's so sad. Mica, water, and silver. Really? That's the best you could come up with? That is pitiful. Don't even know what they're doing. It's like watching a 3-year-old in the kitchen trying to make a cake for mama. You don't know what you're doing. You're making an effort. You're trying to make an effort, but it's going to fail regardless. You know what happens if you take mica and water and mix it together? It actually makes silver. That's what mica is. It's a silver base, and that's what happens. If you put water in it, it expands it. They put what they put that stuff in it? Something they put in it, basically for nails, for making nails shiny, whatever they use it for. That's pretty much what it's used for, cosmetic makeup, and that's what it's used for. But anyway, they put that stuff into it for nails, like a nail polish remover, or not remover. They say basically the clear coating that they use for the nails for clear. They mix it with that stuff to make different color nail polish. What you did was you put water in it, which you're going to have to put something into it, but you put water into it. And then you put white paint on top of that. All you did was take silver and mix it in with black. You know what happens if you mix silver and black together? It turns gray. That's what you get. That means you lost your contrast levels are completely gone, because now even if you have a dark gray screen, you still can't read an Infinity 1 black level because your screen is gray. That's the mistake you made. You don't know what you're doing. You're so far off of that, it's not even funny. You have to crack some books to do that one. A lot of them. You'll have to crack serious books, which means you're going to have to know some chemistry. You have to know the physics of light and how it operates, how it affects the screen. How do you think we can get screens to operate at 300 lumens going through 6K of light? You have to understand how that physically works. It's not that easy. That's what the other one tried to do. The other one tried to come out there and make some paint, that Series C nonsense, and try to come out there and make some black paint. Said, oh, I could do the same thing. How well did that work out for you? It didn't. He had to pull it because it didn't work. It kept coming up gray. Don't know what they're doing. Ugh, ain't the first time I've seen it. It ain't going to be the last. Some other wise guy will pop up and go, oh, I have the same room you have. No, you do not. An apartment screaming at a ceiling and a wall. Unbelievable. This is what we deal with. Are you kidding me? This is what we deal with. Y'all don't know how to operate your technology. You don't even have technology. I just say, we call it, I don't know what to call it, to tell you the truth. We can't even call it technology. We know what they call it. What they have. Poor, pitiful products. You have to know what you're talking about. You have to know how to talk on an intellectual level where people can basically understand exactly what you're trying to say. But even if you speak proper, you still have to be able to make sense on what you're selling. The other one can basically speak proper. But the problem with him is he kind of used that as a fact that maybe people will believe me more because I speak a little bit clearer. No, people can smell bullcrap a mile away. I can smell it a mile away. on that Series C trash. Stuff didn't work for anything whatsoever. Horrible product. And then, what's the other one we have here? Oh, that one, yeah. He didn't even know what he was talking about on camera. He kept repeating the same thing over again. The same thing. Dark environment, look at the colors. Dark environment, look at the colors. Look at the colors, look at the colors. Literally, he repeated the same thing over and over again. The other one is in there ranting and screaming at a ceiling. Making bird noises. I don't know what's wrong with that guy at the end of the day. I do believe that he has special problems. I think he does. I think he does have special problems. You can talk to hear the way he talks, the way he words things. Yeah, not well-rounded in the vocabulary, grammar, and other sorts of areas that are needed in order to sell products. No. There are people who basically don't speak that well. That's why they have other people do it for them. And they might not spell that well. They have other people do it for them. That's why you got fact checkers. Fact check. Even people got immaculate grammar. At the end of the day, still have people fact check all this stuff. Because no one's like an idiot in front of a podium with a bunch of people staring at you. Everybody gets their stuff checked. But you at least should know what you're talking about. If you're going to get into the field of home theater, you should at least know what you're talking about. As I can sit here in a fully lit environment at 350 lumens in my 2500 lumen projector, which is actually sitting in eco mode right now at 13 feet from the screen. I gotta give me another Pico projector in here. I need another Pico. I need another Pico. Yeah. Now, for some people saying, well, that's wrong because maybe he has a speech impediment or whatever at the end of the day. No, it's not wrong. And I'll tell you why. If you're going to challenge people at the end of the day, you're going to insult people, keep in mind at the end of the day that if you don't speak proper, at the end of the day, people are going to basically use it as an advantage point on you. And that guy up there in that freaking apartment with that ranting and screaming he's doing, we watched 2 of his videos. I was like, my goodness, that guy, yeah. We could tell you you probably got some special problems. I guarantee you. We be going here, we be doing that. Really? You can't even spell correctly. We had emails that were coming over. I thought it was a 16-year-old. No, I can't even say 16-year-old. I'd probably say less, a little, maybe a 9-year-old. Probably thought, no, a 9-year-old would be to spell better than that. The emails we got from him were freaking horrendous, man. They were like, we thought maybe somebody was sending us letters that might have been special needs or something because, yeah, the spelling was really bad. When you tell somebody they're paying sock, it's not sock. It's not S-O-C-K. It's S-U-C-K. Sock. He kept saying sock. You're paying sock. Yeah, yeah. We'll let you read some of these emails one day. Your emails are unbelievable. They're unbelievable. And I had to keep and checking his grammar and sending it back to him like, no, you meant to say this to me. We got to a point where you just stopped sending his emails. Oh, by the way, buddy, I did send those over to them too. So it basically shows that it links to the Xfinity in your building. So you know that already. I got to reach out to them today. What's going on with that? And mind you, when they asked us about the whole reverend thing, yeah, he contacted my company saying he was a minister. That's why we looked into him at the end of the day, looked into his information. Because he was contacting saying he was a minister. So it's all over. They got the videos and stuff. His Facebook account he tried to delete because we duplicated it. All that stuff has been sent over to them, showing that he not only was he contacting and harassing our company and our friends and family, but he was posing and impersonating a minister and taking money from people. So yeah, that's already been sent over to him. So I don't know how that's going to work. But we know how it's going to work out. I already know what's going to do. Eviction. That's what's going to happen from him. He's going to get an eviction. See, mess it up. God bless you, and you mess it up. Sheesh, my goodness. I'm liking this whole screensaver thing. I like that. That is freaking hot. That live wallpaper with the green sheet through it. Now see, that would have been a fantastic, cool display for the Xbox system. That would really been a cool display for an Xbox system. Well, you know what? That ain't a bad idea. We should steampunk an Xbox and put all the gears, put gears all in it, all have them in gold with a nice neon light through it and a kind of a dark, kind of greenish look to it. Oh, that would be hot. Can you imagine if the Xbox system had them like look like this? Oh, that would be sick. Let me take it out of that trash can. I'm sorry, I don't like the shape of the Xbox. It's square. Like they put no imagination to it. They didn't put any imagination to it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it just like this. I'm gonna do it just like this. Oh man, we're gonna do a gear system, a real actual working gear system. That's fun. It's not a tedious work. You gotta figure exactly where all the gears are gonna hit just right so that each one basically generates energy to the next one. And a simple little hobby motor. That's it. Hobby motor. We're gonna have to put one of those little spools on top, little grooves. We can put a little rubber band around it. And that's going to connect to the first one. That's the first one. First, the motor and the first gear is what's going to control all the other gears. So to make sure they're all linked, so they all basically from top to bottom. Oh yeah, that's going to be interesting. I haven't done a gear system in a while, but that'd be cool. We're going to steam pump when they put a gear system that actually works. So the motor's not traveling at 100 miles an hour. We have to put a speed controller on the motor. Let me slow it down. I need it real slow. I need to operate, but not too fast.
Camper's Cruiser's 360 has a stretchy waistband with up to 100% fit.
We'll always have this.
Put a whole commercial there and some. And we could basically just put that on over the screen, but where would the fun be at? Where would the fun be at? What I'm going to do is I'm going to basically put a gear system in there, and then I'm going to screen over top the gear system and then put that light effect in there. That's where the fun is at. We can coat the screen the exact same color that is right there, and put a LED and put a chaser system. So that's a LED light chasing system right there. We can put it right there. We can actually build that. Oh man, I just expect so much better from people at the end of the day. I do. If you're making products, selling screens, whatever, I expect better. I should literally build me a crazy screen and call it "Come Get Some." What's the name of the screen? Come Get Some. Play some words in the day. For the customers that come get some, I'm getting me one of those screens. It's called "Come Get Some." But for anybody else in challenge it, come get some. Interesting. Like this right here. Top is already knocked out. That's always knocked out. No. Okay, X normal. X normal. Chilling next to his fish. So Taco's gonna get the other monitor. So I built his screen setup for him. Because he's getting a rear set up. But he's gonna get the other monitor to play around with because we don't need that anymore. Once I get the other projector and I'm disconnecting that and he can have the monitor. Oh, I forgot. Well, we got two monitors here. I'd rather have him have this one on the floor. This older one, he could beat the crap out of it. I'll take the new one, giving that away to Goodwill. But somebody could use that. But the older one is on the floor. He could beat the crap out of that because that's an older one. He can't damage it. He'll damage that right there, pouncing on it. On top of that, somebody else could be using it at the end of the day. Kid could use it for school, or somebody could use it for a monitor that they need. Yeah. I'll pack all the cables and everything that go with it because it takes a small micro HDMIs. I'll put them in there for free and put a bunch of stuff in there for them. I got the box for this thing too. I think I got the box for him. I'll find a box too and put it in a box. Let me see. What we got for time? Gotta make a sugar run. Don't have salt anymore. Mess into that one for a while. Just for a while. Whoa, 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 don't step on that. Man, that's crazy. I told you, it's the same technology as over there. It's just over here instead. Gray screen can't match it. At 300 lumens, a gray screen comes up dirty and unwatchable next to this technology. This is the 15% right here. Oh, I forgot to add that. Did I forget that? I'm sorry, I apologize. This is the 15% technology. We just transferred it over here, that's all. We got the invisibles over there right now for playing around with. But this is the 15%. This is a screen that turns gray screens unwatchable. At 300 lumens, you can't register next to this. So at 100%, if you're out there running your mouth at the end of the day, making false claims, I would just shut it down. Because if we pop up on your doorstep at 100%, you have any idea how much one of these things can cost on your screen? It's unreversible, just so you know. And I don't come there for one product. I will buy everything you got. Because if you're talking trash about me, I'm going to come for your stuff. That's what's going to happen. So this is the part that gets me with the Karen generation. That they'll talk all this trash. The minute we pop up to come get their stuff, what do we get? It's the tier factory of all times. We get the screaming, the crying, the complaining, the cancellations, or moving entire states out of shopping carts. We get all that the minute we pop up. The other one cried on every freaking receipt. $1,900 was transferred to his account. He gave every penny back, including paying PayPal back. And you got to pay PayPal too. They want that money back. And if you return something, you got to pay them a little money. You buy something, they get a little piece of that. You return something, they get a little piece of that. That transfer, they get paid on that. They had to pay all that money back to PayPal and pay us at the same, put our money back at the same time. PayPal disputes. I got so many on the other one. It was not even funny. He lost every single one of them. The other one lost one too. He tried to sit on the money because he didn't want to send. He would try to keep the money. I don't know what he was trying to do. That didn't work out well for him, did it? Yeah, but he had to get that money back. We said we didn't want it. It's in the transcript. We don't want the money. We want the item. He couldn't even send the item because he was afraid. Look at this. 50 lumens. You don't read. Gray screen. It is over. Do you understand your demise? It's a 50 lumen projector on this side. It's 300 lumens on this side. You can't read the screen. You're done. That's it. Over. Lights out. It's our way to speak. That's it. It's a great killer. Ugh. I'm about to embarrass you, and this is going to be bad, so remember, you challenge this technology. You'll have to face the destruction and defeat of what's about to come. I'm about to get a cereal bowl and start talking like Bane. I broke your back. Bane. Oh my goodness. I swear that's the worst Batman I saw my entire life. One guy talking like he got a sore throat and the other one talking through a cereal bowl. Didn't get a chance to watch the whole thing. I couldn't take it anymore. White screen. What will be the outcome? What will happen if I click this button? What will be the fate of the gray screen? Ka-cling. Kaboom. You don't pick up. 50 lumens you can't read next to this technology. 300 lumens you can't pick up next to this technology. Your screen comes up gray. 50 lumens is a low drop. See how dark the 50 lumens comes up on our screen for white levels? And look at the 300. That's how bright a 300 lumen will pick up on our screen. Just only 300. So if we increase the lumen count by 250 lumens, that's how much of an advancement we will pick up on an increase of only 250, where some people have to increase by thousands in order to read that level. That's how powerful that technology is. Now here comes the bigger embarrassment. Remember, you asked for this pain. What is it? Oh, no, it's right there, it's right there, right there, right there, right there. Go get it, go get it, get it, get it. Here we go. Kaboom. Action. Do. So you can see our technology right here at 50 lumens, 720p, and the contrast level on this thing is super low. Can pick up a 100% black level, where the other technology on the other side can pick up a white level higher than a gray screen. This is what I mean by you've been obsoleted. You see this right here? The white levels, the only thing that you had left, the holy grail, and then being in the dark, is the only thing you had left to keep your screen alive. And this technology can literally cancel out your white levels at 300 lumens. Only an improvement of 250 lumens added is all it takes to knock out your screen. Even at 50 lumens, it can still knock your screen out. And at 50 lumens on this little projector can knock your screen out in contrast. So you can't see contrast and you can't see white levels next to this technology. You sure enough can't operate in a fully lit environment. You don't have ambient light rejection technology. The colors don't even exist. So, to all gray screens out there, you should have been upgrading. We kind of told you this years ago. You gotta upgrade. Now, if you're thinking, if I upgrade, would I catch it to them? No. Even the catch up to the outside demonstrations, you would have to complete the grid. And the grid is huge. That's a lot of work you're going to have to put in. That's a lot of hours you got to put in. That's a lot of man hours. You don't have that kind of time. You're too far behind. Why did you jump like that? Let me see. Got spooked, I don't know. Jump back like 2 feet, like boosh. What the freak? And once in a while we get a silverfish in here, but he kills bugs. Kills anything that moves. He don't care. So I'm gonna stalk it later and kill it. But anyway, as you can see, fully lit environment. Now you see that our contrast levels don't fade at all. And the surface we're showing right over here is producing the white level next to the gray screen. Not having an issue. See? No issue. No issue. So what does that say right there? It says your screen become obsolete. I'm not talking about one person, because that one person always takes it so personally, like it's all about him. Oh please, come on man, you gotta chill with this nonsense. All gray screens, every single one of them, all of you, done, finished, you're finished, you're done, that's the end of it. We're done. I'm surprised you lasted this long, to tell you the truth. For some people saying, "Oh, but that's no. It's the changing of technology. It's what it is. That's what it comes down to. Are you still using 8-track players, record players, all that stuff as your main source of entertainment? Some people do because they're old connoisseurs when it comes to audio and all stuff like that. What I'm talking about is that the mainstream for music today? No, it isn't. Which means technology changed. Are we still playing on the Atari 2600? Is that the main system? Is that the next gen system? Is Atari 2600? No. Technology changes. It was coming sooner or later. If it wasn't me, it'd be somebody else. But it's what's going to come either way. And that's not even a hiccup. That's a serious override right there at 300 lumens. Okay, doke. I'm glad we had this time together. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. That's Carbonet, by the way. I know some of you already know that already. Because we got old schools in here too. They know exactly what I'm talking about. But as for, yeah, I'm not talking about one person. If one person thinks it's all about him, oh, it's got to be all about me. It's got to be all about me. It's all about me all the time. It's me, it's all about me. No, it's not about you. You know how many different companies that make gray screens at the end of the day? There's a lot of them. I tested a lot of gray screens from other companies. Not just you. Please, get enough of that nonsense. What the heck they got over here? Oh, let me do something else on here? Yeah. I want to do that multi-screen setup. What you call that? Pac-Man fever, Pac-Man fever, it's driving me crazy, it's driving me crazy, Pac-Man fever. Remember that song? Who remembers that song back in the day? Pac-Man fever is driving me crazy. That is a shot. What did you jump back for then? I saw something. It spooked me. It spooked me. Did it? It spooked me. I saw something. Oh, okay. So I saw something that spooked him. It spooked him. Alright, let me see. Get a chance to play around with this real quick. I'm going to see what this does. But yeah, did I have to put the gray screen up there? Yeah, I put them up there because you have to see exactly what you're getting at the end of the day. You know, it's a shame that you've been lied to so badly on them. You know. And then guess what they're going to do? Are they going to basically show anything new, develop anything new, make anything new? I don't know about the other ones, but certain people, no, they're going to get on their channel, they're going to cry about it. What they're supposed to do. And say that their product works. And we technically know it doesn't. First of all, if you don't got a web page to sell on, I have no idea why you're still talking about it. We already know we're directing that one to. What are you still talking about if you don't even have a website? All right. Oh, by the way, that's quantum technology. Yeah. Quantum technology. Yeah. I want to make this a dimension screen. So play with Pac-Man. Have curiosities. Ooh, this is going to be fun. Fun, 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 USA. All right, let me see. It's like walking into another dimension. Oh my goodness. This is freaking cool. Oh my god, I'm doing Pac-Man like this from now on. So my theory was right. Oh, oh! It's more of a challenge, but it's interesting. I'm gonna have to build other dimension screens. Why not? Oh, no, no, no. Stay away from the dude. It's gonna take a while to get this, but it's pretty cool. I gotta come out here in that dimension. Oh, he's on your back. I'm back. Oh, I'm going this way. Oh, go back up. Where'd he go? Come on, buddy, I got you. Oh, you went over. Oh, I'm not gonna get this. Oh, man, this is gonna make this is interesting. I like it, but you have to get used to it because you're not balancing. You're playing on two screens at the same time. All right, follow the path. Where I'm at. Oh man, I gotta play this again. This is pretty cool. I think I'm gonna do the easy one. I'm gonna do the mountains are more of a harder one. I'm gonna start off with the dungeon. Let me see. I'm gonna change my maze. Where's the dungeon at? Junction, Spyro. Definitely want to be in that one. Is this the dungeon? Yeah. Ah, gotta go back through there. Here we go. And it's weird because it makes you feel like you have to go up, but you don't technically have to go up. You're actually going in a straight line, which makes it interesting. Even though it feels like you have to turn up, you don't actually turn up. You just go straight. I'm not. Alright. I'm trying to get that one in that corner. Here we go. Oh, come on, I had you. There we go. Like your brain's telling you you have to go up, and you technically don't have to go up. You go straight, which is kind of crazy. Come on, they're blocking my path. Oh, okay. Oh, she went back. And right now, I can't play floor games flat to the wall. They give me headaches. I play them better if they're on the floor. That bird's eye view plays much better when you're on the floor. There we go. Shooter games, I'm used to playing them vertical now. Oh man, he was on my back. It's weird. He comes out of another. Nope, no, 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 no. Oh. Oh. I tell you one thing, it is interesting. I like it. It is pretty interesting. So what happens if we do 3 screens? That would be interesting. What would it look like on, let me see, on a fighting game? What would that look like? As a matter of fact, before we get that, I got some things I gotta do real quick. Let me come out of here real quick. I'm gonna go over into, check this out real quick. No, picture commercials. Oh, we gotta make an inward screen. An inward screen will look nice in the vortex. Yep, that's quantum technology. Alright people, I'm done. Showed off the whole vertical setup right here. Had a little chit chat, this, that, and the other. Got to do a promo demonstration to show off the technology on other forum sites. Let me see, let me get me a nice video here. Let me see. Whoa, heck no. That don't even have seizures, and that would definitely trigger off a seizure. Why would you even have that in there? Gee whiz Louise. Vertical screensavers. That's what I'm going to use. That's too creepy. That definitely would give me a headache. I'll pass on that one. Got some flames, some fire scarecrow. Yeah, I'm good. Let's see. Cool. It changes up something. Oh yeah, take a little lava. Let me see. Nice little vertical setup. I am good with that. Alright, gotta go. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for your time and God bless. Oh, picked up